Hello and welcome to another Let's Play. Me, GamerWolfSix of Shards. Before we start, if you're interested in playing this game, you can get it for free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the news version earlier, then you can go to their Patreon, where it's $5 a month. So, on the last Let's Play, we went to the spa, where we got some a regular massage. Not one of those, ones where it happened, it's a happy one afterwards, if you know what I mean. But it could have been because we also had a brief stint of, what's it called, Lust Rush, but we're able to contain it. Also, to pass the time a little bit, we asked Therium some questions, and he was a bit tight-lipped because he's secretive. But, we answered some questions of him. But as we were leaving, he got a phone call, aka, talking to the mysterious figure. There's also this new character that they were talking about, quote, him or father, who seem to be two different things. I am really kind of wondering if at some point these guys / the bad guys will be like, okay, we're gonna put you in this room and have you get possessed by this demon, and then we'll be like, oh, right, this room, where we met Scribbles, and they'll be like, what? He already possessed? He's like, yeah, we're friends. We've been, it happened on our first day, and they'll be like, okay, that changes our plans. Because I don't know what they expect of us. They expect something of us. We'll have to find out eventually, I guess. But enough, theorizing. Let's continue after I set my face. You walk up to the horse, his smile noticeably smaller than before. Walk out and close the door behind you. As soon as you leave, behind the lush garden, your partner stops in place, looking at the ground. Huh? Something wrong? About those personal questions earlier. I'm sorry again. I know, I'm being a bit forward, and you don't like to overshare. He ponders for a while, then shakes his head. It's not that. I just think a place more private would be better for spilled secrets than past mistakes. I'm not completely against spilling my thoughts if the right person is with me, but I have to be cautious about it, especially since you met, 2 days ago? Actually, wouldn't it be yesterday? We've only slept once. What do you mean exactly? Do you like to read, Cody? My second favorite activity. Bring your favorite book to this place. A notification with a message pings on your phone. And I'll bring mine. I'll give you a special, private divination session. You probably find this strange, but I assure you, I have my reasons. You sound sincere, apologetically so, and you swear you saw a blush across his face. Alright. Let me grab it, then we can... Not we, only you. I'll wait for you when the sun sets. Okay, I know you like riddles and stuff, but this feels unnecessarily poetic. He doesn't respond, just chuckles and reaches for the side of your face, caressing the soft tufts of fur on your cheeks. Something in his eyes, in the way he looks at you, says just how fed up with your silliness he is, yet how much he loves it. The horse lets go and turns his back towards you, at sunset. With the final reminder, his unstoppable steps make their way farther and farther away, while you stand in place like a statue, a wide-eyed statue. Where, though? Ask him not yourself. He's walking away. Ask him not yourself. It sounds like fancy things, but let's just make sure. You're right. Therium! Wait, where should we... Oh, wait. He texts me. Duh. Fucking dumbass. Atop a hill with a lone tree, west of the academy. Huh. What? Now I know where, but I don't know why. Divination session, he says. Guess I just didn't expect any of this. What did you expect? To spend more time together, I guess. Or for him to want to spend more time with me. I know. Why would he want to spend time with a loser like you? That is not what I was gonna say. I think you're pretty neat for a mortal. You do? Why not? You're very normal, regular, plain, boring. None of those are compliments. In other words, you're safe. And your persistent horny state is definitely a benefit for a lust demon. I can get behind that. But Therium, who knows? He has his own demons to battle. Like you? Much worse than me. So, I'm just supposed to accept that my life is a K-drama? Over-the-top romance scenarios and mundane life turned into epic adventures? Sounds like something you'd love. You know me so well already that I can't even complain anymore. Actually, that is kind of like a thing that I was thinking today that was like, that's an interesting thing where it's like, instead of having this Scribbles have to come up to speed with things, like, oh, he can look into the main character's mind and almost immediately get up to speed with everything. Which is nice. Trust me, wish I didn't. Now the question of the day, what do I do until the time comes? Oh, or I could try to find Darling, Aiden, and Tate. I should take advantage of people who want to be around me. Not in a bad way, though. Do you ever stop yapping? You can talk while walking, you know? Sorry, I'm just nervous and anxious, I guess. Strange. Doesn't seem that way. What do you mean? Your heart is not beating fast. In fact, it's slowing down. A lot. I don't feel anything out of the ordinary. I think you should lay down. Lay down. Lay down, now. Jeez, alright, if you say so. Are you a service dog or something? You sit down on the pavement, a block or two away from your dorm, sitting crisscrossed applesauce, and watching people walk through the street. My pants are gonna be dusty now. Yeah, doesn't matter. I'm going. I need a shower. Anyway, after. Slowly but surely, your eyes start to close against your will. Your head falls limp to your side, while the rest of your body follows. Are you okay? Hello? Hello? Oh, this must be Therium. Hello? Hey, did you hear what I said, you useless maggot? Scram! Next time I see you in our spot, you'll lose your other eye too. Life isn't fair sometimes. Please, I just want some food. Too bad. Should have taken care of your mommy and daddy better then. The streets aren't for you. He should go live in the woods. Heh, yeah. Maybe he'd just be useful as a fleshlight for those monsters. Or just straight up food. You aren't any better than monsters. Not everyone is treated equally by nature. Aren't people supposed to be above survival of the fittest? So why am I at the bottom of the food chain? Leave him alive. We'll find him again tomorrow. Naughty kids must be taught a lesson until they've learned it. Remind me again, who are the monsters I should be afraid of? What the hell are these dreams? Okay, so that's what Therium went through. Though, I guess that would we haven't seen both of his eyes, and his other eye seemed to be glowing red for a reason. And it wasn't just like, I don't know, artistic stuff. Sad. Your eyes slowly open wide, with a familiar dorm, to them in the familiar dorm, while tears pour down your cheek. Hey, you're awake and why are you crying? Did you have a nightmare? Think so. What about? Don't remember. But I felt like the world started to crumble for a minute. Did you happen to see it? No, sorry. I was locked out of this one. All I saw was the darkness from my special corner. How'd I get here? And what happened? Now that's something I can help with. You fell asleep spontaneously after that massage and the talk you had with the horse. Your heart slowed down and your eyelids became heavy. It was like a factory reset. Don't ask how, I know what that term means. Do you know why that would ever happen? Maybe. You were much more exhausted than you thought. Although, I doubt it, since I was feeling absolutely fine too. Doubt there was any poison or magic involved, since again, I didn't sense any. So my only explanation is that it must have something to do with our growing bond. Even more side effects? You said lush rushes would be the only ones. I didn't know all of the extra stuff either. Do you at least know how to get back to my dorm? Didn't get to see anyone too clearly. It was a small figure with a shaky voice, that's all I remember. It doesn't seem like they want to stick around, unless... What, the doggy? You take a long look around the room through squinted eyes. What are you looking for? Maybe they're here, just invisible, or they're very small. Or maybe they left a note, dumbass. Left end note? Left a note and left. Nah, there's no way they... Oh, is a note indeed. The note is folded neatly underneath a glass of water on the table. You now realize how dehydrated you are, and thank the stranger silently while raising the glass and unfolding the paper. It reads, Hey, you passed out on the street and took the liberty of bringing you back to your dorm. It wasn't too far away, and your key to your room number was in your backpack. I hope that's not a problem. Why would it ever be a problem? Thank you, kind stranger. Make sure you drink water, have a snack, and sleep, and maybe visit a doctor. P.S. I swear I didn't see the massive toy at the bottom of your bag, and if you think I did, I certainly didn't touch it, I promise. God fucking damn it. You keep a dildo in your backpack at all times? Though who could this be? I guess maybe a random stranger. I don't think Alvy would do that, or say it. For emergencies. Slut. Don't judge me, I'm a victim. Who is that even from? Let's see. On the back, maybe? Alphonse. Yep. Alphonse? Well, thank you again, Alphonse. Just pray don't find a memory erasing machine anytime in the near future. Hey, look outside. What about it? It's beautiful. It's getting red. Yeah? That's happens at sunset. Sunset. Therium. Shit. What was it? A book. I need a book. But I didn't think about it enough. Am I gonna be late? Maybe you can find a book underneath all of your sex toys. Zip it. You spend the next 2 minutes frantically searching through your backpack, luggage, and even the internet, turning the room into a cartoon fight scene. No idea where you even found a stepping ladder to throw around, or whose grandma that is. What? In the end, you found a couple of worthy choices, which you lay down on the table. I don't even know what the task is. It just wouldn't see my favorite book. What does a book have to do with divination anyway? Maybe it's for a book club? Maybe he's simply curious and it doesn't really matter what I choose. Or maybe it's a trick question from the start. Let's see. The Kodolan Academy Student Handbook. Yeah, probably not. Laconia. The Philosophy of Monsters for Monsters. This is The Adventure of Firefly, the Warrior Cat. Definitely a no. Seems a bit too on the nose, but this one, it would be nice if I knew more about it. I feel like the black cat seems to, I feel like is the best one. Is that what you're choosing? Yeah. What do you think? No comment. No bitches. What? Let's go. I'll show you bitches, you pesky cat. It's on me like that. The shower you've been hoping for will have to wait. You dust off your clothes from sitting on the sidewalk earlier and put on some deodorant. Alright, I'm ready. You walk out the door confidently and lock it behind you. Small worries pass your mind with each step you take down the stairs, and then the cool air of the evening atmosphere brushes your fur, as well as when you see the fiery sky. Your worries grow together with the speed of your steps. Use speed boost. What a beautiful thing would be to know how to use all those bikes sitting on the side of the road in front of the riding shops. Instead, you have to be thankful for fast legs and weak lungs. I have to work out on more than just weight loss exercises. You're already skinny, bitch. That's what happens when you put your looks above your health and performance. Step by step, the buildings are left behind, and the big hill you agreed to meet the stallion on comes into view. The large tree standing tall on top of it, the reference point you've been told about your destination. That run all the way from your dorm lasted less than 10 minutes, but you already regret it more than anything. The steep slope is bending your ankles, and the smooth grass is not helping you ascend much. Imagine if I'm not even in the right place. You want to kill me with laughter? At last, after another 10 or more agonizing minutes, the flat surface of the hill appears below your feet. A hill filled with wildflowers, and a singular large tree with thick branches low to the ground. But that's not the specimen you're here to observe, except that he's not here. You scan the surface of the hill quickly, circling the tree trunk and looking through the tall grass for a sliver of hope. Am I too late? No, you're just in time. The scenery is beautiful enough that it was worth the wait. Therium! In your tired and semi-panicked state, you didn't even think about raising your head. There's just about 2 meters high, on a large branch surrounded by foliage, sits the waiting stallion. His eyes calm, his pose collected. He looks comfortable in his own world. Sorry, I kind of passed out. Literally. But I'm here now, and I brought the book. Should I join you up there? As you wish, my dear. We're here to have a good time chatting. As long as we can hear each other, it's perfect. But sit down nonetheless. You seem exhausted. You think about jumping on the branch below him, but it doesn't seem stir enough to hold you. Plus, you're a bit embarrassed to admit, but you're not the biggest fan of trees, or heights in general. So you take a seat by the tree trunk on the soft grass. It is surprisingly comfortable, thick weeds cooling off your bottom after the tiresome little journey. The view you see before you is definitely something to write home about. The busy town with the academy shadow looming over on one side, the vast blue ocean on another, and the thick, lush forest on another, complemented by the reds, yellows, and oranges of the sky. It's beautiful. That's why I chose this place. We're alone now, aren't we? Completely alone, with nobody to distract us. It would seem that way. You know well enough the stallion is not dumb in the slightest, so you let the silence after his deadpan response linger for a moment longer. I brought the book. Let's hear it then. Your thoughts, your ambitions, your future. As he said, it's a divination session, isn't it? It will certainly dictate your future, but not in the way you think, and not because of a book. That's for my own entertainment and curiosity. My book is this: The Adventures of Firefly, the Warrior Cat. Is that a children's book? A young adult book, actually. Thank you very much. I just thought I'd bring a lighthearted book with me, one I enjoy reading for the sake of reading. It's a little childish, about the adventures of a little cat venturing into the unknown after his owners died, with no place in the world. He finds a gathering of his own kind, and now has to prove himself worthy to be among them. So basically the horse guy here. Unfortunately, they all hate people. All except for him. It kind of turns into a little bit of a horror when they plot to murder some people, but hey, that just proves that's not for kids. I might have judged too hastily then. It truly tells a unique story. Not every book you read has to have a deeper meaning, after all. Exactly. Dumb entertainment is important. In any case, glad you shared your book with me. So, what spell did you use? Spell? You know, for divination. Just something called logical analysis. Ah, so, no magic? Trust me, some people are easy enough to read without magic. Thanks. Your response shows me, though, enough. Alright, in that case, what did you choose? I don't remember saying I'll bring my own book. Yet, you're holding one that looks to be a book. Would you look at that? Must be fate. Interesting. I've seen these things before, but it was like Lust Rush, but this is not Lust Rush. But this isn't really a book. It's more of a diary, an incomplete one at that. The author died tragically before finishing it. Is that the original? No, I wouldn't dare touch the original. Did I just see something in my peripherals, or... But the writing holds true to it nonetheless. The transcriber has a good reputation around here. Why did you choose it? Ironically, I hate the contents inside it more than anything. Almost every line clashes with my own ambitions and desires. The writing itself is mediocre at best. You love and hate it at the same time? How does that work? I told you, it's ironic. I suppose it's because it intrigues me. I'm trying to understand what made the writer such a beloved person. What about his views makes this diary so precious to some? Who's the author? Why, it's redacted, of course. You might be familiar. A stupid, infuriating, hideous smirk crosses his face, making your blood boil. No, it doesn't. What are you talking about? I don't think I've heard of them. The name itself kind of slipped my mind as he said it. I must still be a little tired. I wonder if this is gonna do some of the stuff that's in Unveiling, which I do want to see more of that thing, but unfortunately we ran up to the content wall. In the end, it is entertaining. And isn't that why we read books? Sure, information as knowledge is great, but if it provides zero mind stimulus, then what's the point? Was that a satisfactory answer? Definitely. I learned a lot of things about you with that one, such as, it tells me you're way more open-minded than I thought. If you're willing to read and study something written by a person you openly dislike and don't agree with. It also tells me your empathy levels are through the roof. Is that really your final takeaway? Only positive things? What about comparing it to an unreasonable obsession? Or calling me a masochist for angering myself with this kind of stuff? There are many bad takeaways from my words, depending on who I speak with, and there is no way you, of all people, would agree with everything. We are way too different. You're right, I don't understand a lot of your ways. So why? You're giving me too much credit. A simple answer is that I just don't care. I don't really care for our differences, because, just like you, in the diary, it's fun to work through them. It's true, I don't know a lot about you. I'm sure you must have some kind of dark, edgy secrets beneath your skin. But for now, all I know is that I like you, so yeah, take that, I guess. My ultimate reasoning will always be, some things are worth fighting and hurting for, you know? Like horsecock. Sorry you're in the mood. Fine, you win. You weaken me enough. What is your question? Your eyes sparkle, and your back straightens at last. Your long, awkward opportunity is presenting itself, and you have one chance, one question, one answer. Make it count. Who are you exactly? From above, you see a chuckle. From above you, a chuckle can be heard, and the rustling of leaves as the stallion readjusts his position, preparing himself. You're not as goofy when the stakes are high, or rise high. You might just have hope in you. Have you ever heard of Eldor? It's a city in a kingdom of Lordana, correct? It was. Is it not anymore? But I read it's all fake. Anything the media says about Lordana is either speculation or fabrication. Eldor is its prime example. The place is a ghost town. A few buildings remain standing, occupied by gangs, thugs, and thieves. No insane person lives there anymore. Of course, the name still stands on the map because the king wouldn't possibly allow the world to think its perfect paradise has problems. I am assuming you were born there, in Eldor? That would be my curse, yes. To be unfortunate enough to be born in a place plagued by war. Father died fighting in it, mother slain by it. And even the king claims it never happened. But hundreds of blown up buildings and thousands of lost souls would say otherwise. All that was left was for me to flee. And what better place than the country that these useless people's conflicts never touched? The sheer density of Nightfallen keeps whole armies away. Without trained hunters and specialized equipment, a handful of demons are enough to wipe them out. Of course, there are downsides. You can't leave the barrier without the risk of being raped on the occasion or even murdered, unless, of course, you have hunters by your side. However, that is the price you pay for peace. These monsters, considered pests, by most are, in the end, the saving grace and driving economy of the country. Nightfallen have shown me kindness. My own have shown me horrors beyond belief. I am someone that knows the difference between bad and evil. While clutching the book in your hands, a drop of crystal clear liquid splatters on top of it. Is it starting to rain? Of course not. You knew that already. It was a tear replaced quickly by laughter. You know, it's funny. Only about 4 people know about my past, and now you're the 5th. I can't even wrap my head around how we got here. It wasn't my plans to tell you all that. For years I've been trying to find my purpose, to find ways to achieve my own personal agenda. And I thought the impossible was about to become reality. I thought, I'll finally do something other than sulk for the first time in over 2 decades. But I wasn't good enough, apparently. What about you? What's so special about you? He asks with a hint of venom in his voice. Not much. Not compared to you, at least. My sorrows do not make me special, and neither do my talents, which you probably surpass in a matter of years, or less. I doubt I'll ever come close to your level. Come on, are you plain dumb on purpose now? You summon my own pet out of a crystal of my own crystal better than I can. And you've never even summoned before. You didn't even know the difference between the types of gems, or even the price of a Nightfallen. How can you hunt them when you don't even know their worth? So give me a reason, some information, anything. There must be something worthwhile about you. I guess, well, my dad left when my sister was born, if that counts for anything. He chuckles again. It's pretty funny compared to your life. I admit, I know that much. That's not why I'm laughing. It's not your fault you grew up privileged, having everything handed to you on a platter. Energy manipulator. He looks at the darkening sky, contemplating. We are so very different, Cody. And yet, you're so much like the author of the diary that I can't help but be intrigued, although angry at the same time. I am a summoner that refuses to kill Nightfallen. That's not normal. That's not what a good summoner does. If you want to stand on the sidelines, become a defender. So many times, people have told me to join the defenders, but I don't want to just not participate in the problem. I want to solve it. It might not be a good time or answer you're looking for at the moment, but that seems impossible. You can't change the core of those worlds, can you? He looks down at you with a frown, which starts to soften as he meets your eyes. I can't. Not anymore. But that won't stop me from trying. And the more I think about it, the more I realize that, perhaps, it's for the best. I'm not sure I follow. You'll understand, in time. Your future is still yet to be determined. If not even a divinator can see my future, then I'm in rough waters, huh? You like surprises, don't you, Cody? As long as they're good surprises. But that takes away half the fun. I think it just turns into gambling with extra steps. Gambling with fate, the most beautiful thing to witness as a divinator. A few Nightfallen creatures around him turn to smoke, along with the diary, and the stallion jumps down beside you. Our conversation was eye-opening for sure. I just have to figure out the image before me is if the image before me is ugly or not. I'm sorry for making you cry, but I appreciate the honesty more than you know. Open me up like that, the way you did, has turned out to be more troubles than I thought, I admit. Hard decisions are foreseen in the near future. Thank you for your answers as well. For now, it's goodbye. With the wind playing through his mane and the setting sun turning his silhouette crimson, he takes the first steps down the hill, leaving you alone with your thoughts. One thought being the loudest. Scribbles, I need you to fetch me something. Pronto. Already read your mind. Literally. I'm on it. Kind of wondering if we should cut it here. That was a good scene. I mean, it is kind of funny though. I'm like, here's less shards. It's a game that's gonna be kind of, eight. Well, it is 18 plus, but kind of like ooh wooey. Here's all this sexy stuff going on, and then I played it and was like, actually, it's pretty funny. And then I do Dalian's route, and like, I like Dalian. I don't want to do any other route really, but I'm gonna do it anyways. And I can't get this lid off the cup of tea without both hands. And then I'm playing his summoner slash Therium suit. I mean, I guess Alvi isn't the main guy in this. I thought he might be, but and then it's like, oh, a lot more stuff to it than other things. I'm wondering how the sorcerers and the fighters route, this guy's route's gonna be like. But that's gonna be the end of this Let's Play. So comment, cause I like comments. Tell me what you like, dislike, tips, tricks, otherwise. If you like my YouTube and like see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and check out the videos up grow. And please remember to spend your animals to help control the pet population. And if you want to play this game, it's available free on itch.io. But if you want to support the people that make this game and or get the news version earlier, then you can go to their Patreon, which is $5 a month. And until next time, let's play me, GamerWolfSix of Shards. So thanks and see ya.